Okay, so today this is going to be a video about trusting God and having faith in Him, even when it may not feel like it makes sense or when it's not easy to. So when God calls you to something, you might not always have it all together, you might not always see what's on the other side of that situation, or you might not know how it's going to work out in the end. It's never easy to have faith, but it's always worth it. And when it's not easy, that requires you to have faith. That is what God sometimes needs for us to get into those situations where it's difficult. It's difficult to know what to do. It might be difficult to know how to take this next step. Or when God tells you to do something, it might not be something that you see yourself doing. It might not be something that you think is easy. Or it might not be something that you even feel like you're qualified for or capable of. But when God calls you to it, then there's a reason for that. And sometimes He does that on purpose so that you can know that how much power there is in Him, how much power there is in His name, and what He can do through you. He wants to amaze you at what you can do through Him, because even those things that we don't think that we can do on our own, or we don't feel like we are capable of doing, God is capable of doing those things through us, and He is able to make things work that we don't even feel like can. So faith is believing in something even when you can't see it going right, when you don't feel like it's going to work out. Faith is trusting God even when you can't see what's next. Proverbs 3:5 says to trust in the Lord with all your heart and to lean not on your own understanding. To not just think what you want to think, but to submit your thoughts to God and to trust in Him even in the moment, even when it seems, even when you're fearful, just to hand it over to Him and just to put yourself out there. And believing in yourself is so important. When you believe in yourself, you believe in God. You believe that you are able to do it because God is able to do it. Because God is able to take you there. And if you believe in Him over your fears, over your worry, and over your doubt, then you are able to do anything. When you block when you block in your mind, or when you try to hold yourself back, then you hold what God is able to do for you in your life back, because you have that authority to be able to go forward with that and to be able to allow God to work in your life. But it requires you to take that next step so that God can show you what He wants to show you, or what He wants to do in your life. And taking that step is always difficult, but whatever God has for you on the other side of that is so much more amazing, so much better than even what your struggle was to get there. And when you trust Him fully, then He is able to surprise you. He is able to show you what he is capable of blessing you with. And the only way that you're going to get there is to take that step of faith, even when it doesn't make sense, even when it may not feel good, even when you may be thinking, how is it going to work out? God can work it out. And He just is building your faith as you are going through that process. So I just want to thank you for listening today, and hope to see you next video.